the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day.
Welcome to Monday night's TiltonTalk Show, sponsored by Image Cleaning, and in this month in conjunction with Crohn's and Colitis Charity with Tracy Hemming. So the unbeaten run of 11 games came crashing to an end at Derby with a poor second half performance from Blues, who went in at half-time with a 1-0 lead. The passion, though, of the amazing travelling supporters was again all too evident, with many Derby fans writing on Twitter that we have simply the best away following in the Championship. So the run is over and all we can do is start another one. It's Hull at St Andrews on Saturday, and then another international break, and then of course the trip over the expressway to the dark land of Whitman. Great international call-up for friend of the show, Anne-Catherine Berger, as she receives the nod from Germany. It's all about Mondays, it's now all about Saturday at Hull at St Andrews, so get yourselves down there, let's have another big crowd, let's make some noise. Once again, as always, strap yourselves in and get ready for the ride on the world's only TiltonTalk Show.
It's Birmingham forever, let's hear it from the stand. So come on, City, sing this song once more. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy, following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy, following the blues. We love you.
So a massive welcome to Monday night's TiltonTalk Show, and as I said, the 11-game unbeaten run has come to an end, but we go again. Good evening, Mr. Fun.
Good evening.
Are you happy today?
Yeah.
We'll see as the show goes on. Good evening, Mrs. Brown. And a very big TiltonTalk welcome to Mark Adams. Mark making his first appearance on the show tonight. Now, not quite automatically a friend of the show. We do have to have a small vote of it at the end.
Yeah.
We won't vote you
We'll
off
vote
and
at
not
the
put
end,
you on the
yeah.
wall of fame, you know what I mean?
We'll see how he goes.
See how he goes. Eh?
Depends on what view he gives for the one of the topics that we're having tonight.
Well, one of the topics that we're having, and I'll start it off right at the start.
Are we going straight in?
Straight onto it. You know me and international football.
Oh, yes.
Wayne Rooney getting an
Here we
international
go.
call. What an absolute disgrace that is. Your thoughts?
There's a man that's played 119 times for England. England's all-time record goal scorer. He's still playing football now. He's not retired. He's still playing football. He very recently playing very competitive end of season football. So it's not like he's only just started the season and he's not fit. He's match fit. He's played regularly. He's contributed towards DC United's end of season. And if it raises money for charity,
I'm all for that.
and it gets people into Wembley for what would have been probably not a very big crowd, considering we've got a big game against Croatia the week before, and we want these young players to come through and learn about international football from somebody with 120 caps worth of experience. I think it's magnificent. Well done the FA. Well done, Wayne Rooney.
Surprise. Me and
good
you
luck.
don't agree.
Mark?
I'm with Nick. I just think it cheapens the whole thing, to be honest. I don't know. I just think
Martin Swinscoe, caps should be earned and not given.
yes.
Nobody's giving it him. What has Wayne? What has who would get called up? What has Danny Welbeck done to earn his cap over what Rooney would have done?
No, somebody should.
You can't tell. Nobody can tell me Danny Welbeck would earn a cap over what Rooney's done at the back end of the American season.
But don't you think we should be playing the youngsters in preparation for that big game and not putting Mr.
They
Rooney
will
in
play.
who-
They will
Yes,
play.
they'll get a bit
They
of
will
game
play.
time.
He'll come on with 15 minutes to go and get an amazing reception, which he deserves
Do you
for
reckon?
the contribution he's given to his country.
All right.
Well, I don't know. Might as well get Bobby Charlton playing for UNICEF.
But the point is, that we haven't dragged him out. He didn't retire 10 years ago.
No.
You know, he's still playing football. He's just come off the back of a competitive end of season in America, like it finished 2 weeks ago. You can shrug your shoulders all you want, Mister. But Wayne Rooney has earned this. And he deserves it. He's earned it, and he's deserved it.
Make a
We're not
presentation
throwing.
at
We're not
half-time.
throwing caps away.
Make a presentation to him at half time.
Or he's not. He's not 50. He's still playing
look it.
football.
Does look, yeah.
He does look it.
The
Pete
disrespect.
Taylor's made a nice comment. Mark, he said, you look like the kind of guy that would parachute for charity without any quibbles.
Now, the thing is, I would, but I have actually got a heart complaint, so I can't.
You
Sorry.
can't.
I've got bad heart.
Doctor's note.
Yeah,
Sick
sick
note.
note. I would,
Yeah,
though.
Sick note. Sick note, Mark.
I'd fly the plane if you want.
John Stones has more World Cup goals than Rooney from Paul Hipkiss.
What's that got to do with anything? John Stones will be in the squad. Where does that come into it? What's the point he's trying to make?
The point is this, what Roy Hayward has just said. Rooney shouldn't have played for the last 12 years. Most overrated player ever.
What an
Well
outrageous...
said, Roy.
Get
Well
him
said,
blocked,
Roy.
blocked and deleted.
Well said,
never
Roy.
ever
No, give
to
the man a knighthood.
never to return to the Tilton Talk page ever again.
Give the
Get
man
him
a
off.
knighthood. Give him a knighthood.
I think he would have been more at home at sort of Soccer Aid or something. Myself. Rather than a full international.
I'm sure eventually, once the guy has actually stopped playing football, which he's still doing at the moment, I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunities for him to boost his charity work with these sorts of events.
Brett Stanley agrees with you. Martin Swinscoe, however, scored most of his goals against weak opposition when the going got tough.
Who do we play?
Went missing.
Codswallop.
Nah.
That was
He scored most
very
of his goals
restrained
in
of me there.
friendlies and the likes.
But at the time we were mainly playing friendlies and qualifiers. Tell me who in the last 15 years, apart from the last World Cup, who has scored goals for England in international tournaments? Hardly anybody.
Dennis says, get Rooney to do a skydive with his best mate, Mr. Fun, strapped to him without a parachute.
Oh, can you just tell Dennis it's quite cold in here?
It is very
Dennis
cold.
is
in here.
blocked and deleted as well.
We're going to block everybody tonight.
Yeah.
They're going on a
The
spray.
Tilton Talk page will have about 20 members by the end of
Them
tonight.
that aren't listening.
Yeah.
Dropping like flies there.
Thanks for the heater we didn't get.
Oh dear. Robert Doyle says a cap will be cheaper than a hair transplant. Well, I suppose there is that. Yep. I don't know. For me,
Deserved and earned.
deserved and earned. All right. Deserved and earned, ladies and gentlemen, for scoring goals in friendly.
And qualifiers. And captain in the side.
All right.
Should we go home now?
Anyway,
And being the best English player of the last 50
whilst
years.
we're talking about internationals
and still
some
playing.
wonderful-
I'm still going.
Some wonderful news coming out of the ladies' camp this weekend.
Yeah. So Lucy Staniforth called up for the full England squad. Unfortunately, still no defensive member of the
I
blue
did see
side
rants.
in the England squad, which is getting a little bit boring now. Actually,
You had a bit of a pop at the BBC as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a
thought
pop at the
he's on form.
BBC. Yeah,
He's on form for a
do you know
Saturday.
what? I've just thought, sod it, I'll just go. I don't care who I upset anymore. We're just going for it, hell for leather. But yeah, so today, Anne Katzenberger, goalkeeper, been on the show.
Penalty saver.
Penalty. Well, I hit the bar, but yeah, it put me off. She certainly put me off. Yeah, it was a daunting experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she was for the first time ever in her career called up for the German national side. So hopefully she'll be able to get as we were saying with Rooney. With Anne Catherine, certainly anybody who watches the women's game will say it's a massively deserved call up. The best goalkeeper in this division by a country mile. For the last 5 years she's been outstanding. So if you're telling me there's 3 better goalkeepers than her, then Germany have got it incredibly lucky. But yeah, so massive well done to her for her call up today, richly deserved.
Yeah, wonderful. Who's that buzzing?
It's not me.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I tell you what.
Sorry.
Give him
Sorry.
one job.
How long we got? 10 minutes, and he disagreed on Rooney, and his phone's going off.
Causing chaos. Sorry.
That's his fan club, that is.
Yeah,
So great
it's Rooney,
news for
that is, yeah.
Anne Katzenberger with
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah,
especially with the obvious health issues she had.
Yeah,
so
to bounce back and to be fair, since that she's just got even better and better. And like I say, an international call up, I can't think of one that's more deserved than that in the women's game. Yeah. And you can tell actually. I had a look on Twitter earlier, not just Blues fans who were were really pleased for her. You know, the vast majority of women's football fans in this country have said which she deserves. I think they know. You know, anybody who watches the game knows her abilities and qualities. So, yeah.
But again, that cap's not been thrown at her. It's been
well, I'll tell you what, she's had to work for that. You know, like I said,
unlike Mr. Lee, he'll get his 120th given to him.
Not given, undeserved. But yeah, you know, like I said, for the last 5 years, if there's been a better keeper, a better German keeper, then I want to see it. Never mind 3 German keepers. So yeah, very well done to Anne.
So the women's game ended 3-2, was it yesterday?
3-1.
3-1.
3-1 in the end. We
another losing.
Yeah, it was 0-0 at half time. I think, you know, when you put it in perspective, I think we went to Arsenal, who had won 6 from 6, scored 31 goals in the process.
Yeah, well, they were top of the league, weren't they?
They've wiped the floor with everybody this season, and the first half was ultra competitive. Now we are missing Ellen White, Rachel Williams, long-term injuries. Hayley Ladd was suspended from midfield. Marissa Ewers was injured as well. So we're missing 4 first-team players. And actually, the girls that played were outstanding in that first half. The bravery that they showed to, you know, we're not going to Arsenal, who, like I said, have scored 31 in 6 games. You know, it'd be easy to just try and shut up shop. But we went toe-to-toe with them. Passed the ball around nicely, controlled, for me, large parts of the first half. Second half, Arsenal come out a little bit stronger, got the first goal, and then we hit back about a minute afterwards and got the equaliser. But Arsenal were, you know, they've shown this season their fitness levels are fantastic. You know, and they were pressing us really high and trying to force mistakes from us. But you know, we didn't resort to hoofing it. We kept trying to play our way. You know, unfortunately, Arsenal's quality told in the end. They got the second from a penalty, and then when we were chasing the game at 2-1, hit us and got the third in injury time. But you know, full credit to the girls, because, like I said, they're a young side. They're trying to play the right way. They're not afraid to play anybody in this division. And we've only dropped points against City, Chelsea and Arsenal this season, and we deserved. I think we should have beat City. We probably deserve more from the Arsenal game as well. So, you know, full credit to them. A very brave outfit, and they're going to get better and better. And these experiences will only help them in the long run. Next game is 2 weeks' time, I think. It's internationals next week, so I think it's West Ham at home on Sunday. What was it yesterday? The 4th? Sunday the 18th.
Yeah.
Sunday the 18th. West Ham at home, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Kev Kenny says, amateurs silence the mobiles. Ray Nash thinks it's Mr. Fonzan Summers toy buzzing. You do come in for some, don't you, buddy? Dennis wants to know why he's not blocked yet. And Steve Smith wants to know which one is Penny for the guy. That's probably got to be me.
Yeah, well,
it's probably got to be me. Yeah. Right, okay, so back to the game then, Saturday, Derby. 1-0 up at half-time. Great goal by the Duke. An absolute stunning goal. Was it right-footed, I think, as well?
Yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah,
it was, yeah.
And then just gave up.
Yeah.
Were you at the game?
I went to the game, yeah. Me and my friend Jane went. Thought we played really well. First 45. I shouldn't say coasting, but we looked really good. And then second half, I think Lampard's doing a great job at Derby. Derby looked really good. They look like top 2 material. Shouldn't really say that this early in the season.
You can't know, because it's always Christmas when they tail off, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Hopefully.
But I think one of the main reasons they've got Lampard in is that winning mentality.
Yeah.
You know, he's been at Chelsea his whole career, where he's just continuously won things. And I think, like you said, they've had the players for the last 5 seasons.
Yeah. And
they've still got those players, probably better players, you know, improving every year, really.
And of course, he's made a couple of forays into Chelsea as well.
Mason Mount, he didn't play on Saturday, but the defender they've got as well, but Harry Wilson from Liverpool as well. They've recruited well in the loan market, but I think it's his winning mentality, and he won't. You know, if they're anywhere near come March, they'll go up, because he he will put that mentality into him. I think.
I think they're the first team who've truly outclassed us this season.
Yeah, in that second half.
In the second half, I mean, looking at the contender sort of thing. I mean, Albion looked good when we drew them the other week. I was a bit surprised they've tailed off a little bit.
Yeah.
But Derby look really good.
Yeah.
I think they're the only team who's sort of done us over properly.
I think as front sixes go, you'll struggle to see a better one in this division. And he's got them working collectively. He's got that pretty much all of them are getting at their best level at the moment. And like you say, I think you have to give. It's a difficult one. I think you have to give credit to us for the way we went out in the first half. Like you say, Djukovic's goal took. There's a you want evidence of a striker on form, confident. Someone who takes a touch on his wrong foot, hits it straight away. I thought it was a fantastic finish.
Well, he's a different player, isn't he?
Yeah,
he
is. Yeah,
different player.
Yeah, completely. He's all round game. Like you say, the Djukovic of 12 months ago to control it on his wrong foot and place it in the bottom corner. Quickly. So give the keeper no chance.
He's never done that before.
No, that's so un-Djukovic. You know what you're going to get from Djukovic. Well, it's not normally that.
5 goals in 5 games. Well,
scored
in the last 5 games.
So it shows he's flying. I think like you say, I'm not sure. I wasn't there. I'm not sure if just losing it completely at half time is 100% fair. You'll be better to judge. I think Derby come out, and the disappointing thing is you concede, not necessarily conceding the first one, it's conceding the second one straight after. Because then you really give yourselves a mountain to climb, and Derby have got their backs up, and like you say, when you've got a team like that who are in form anyway, and they turn it around and go 2-1 up. It's very, very difficult to get that back.
Stuart McDonald says, why did we not continue to play like we did in the first half at Derby? Can't think of the last time we played that bad in the second half. Derby did not up their game, as they were saying in the press. We just didn't come out and continue to play. Blues seem to have a habit of showing what they can do, and then it's time to give us some supporters on the Tilton Talk Show something to moan about. We ain't got too much to moan about there, though.
Would you agree with that? Do you think Derby did step it up?
I disagree with that. I think Derby played really well second half. Give him some credit. I don't like to keep slating him, but Lee Camp again. I'd never boo him. I'd try and get behind whoever plays for Blues, but he's got it's just a big question mark every game with him.
Yeah.
I know
think the third one certainly he shouldn't be. That shouldn't be going through him.
But it's time and time again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, that sort of goal he's conceding regularly, and I know we've gone, lost 1 in 12, but what does he do at training?
Yeah.
I don't like to be negative, but surely, somebody should have grabbed him on the collar, had a word with him, and said, "Look, it's the same similar sort of goal that he's conceding all the time."
I think the second one, I feel for him a little bit because he's been caught out like that a couple of times.
Well, that was a blatant own goal. I don't know why they were saying Wilson.
Yeah.
Will said, "Hang on, was they announcing Wilson?"
Exactly.
An own goal?
Yeah. But so he's got caught out there at Brentford.
Brentford
was his near post.
Yeah.
Bolton. I think he's. There was one in the first half, a Wilson free kick, which he's got across well to and parried it away. And I think if that doesn't touch Djukovic, I think he parries it away.
Yeah.
So maybe he is working on that, and then obviously it skews off Djukovic.
He's a strange.
He goes in the back of the net, and you don't know if his head drops then, and that affects the third goal. But yeah.
Well, I did some work training a couple of months ago. And the guy doing the training was a Sunderland season ticket holder.
Okay,
and he saw my Blues jacket and he said, Lee Camp, he said he's a hate figure up there. He said he's the worst keeper.
Having said that, he's pulled off some incredible
He has pulled off some
good
good saves.
He pulled off some good saves in the first half and the second half.
Yeah.
But, against Derby from the highlights.
Weren't really close enough to that area of play. It's a team game.
Yeah,
it's a team
it
game.
is.
We ain't going to save them all. And we ain't
listen,
gonna win them all.
Listen. Camp will tell. I'm sure Lee Camp will be the first person to tell you that he's disappointed with the third goal, especially. So he'll know, and you hope that they work on these things, near post, tight angles. Make sure you're compact and everything. But like you say, I think as disappointing, you could turn around and say it's 1 defeat in 12. Which is still a fantastic run. We were 11 unbeaten. We're still unbeaten at home since Monk's first game in charge. All these things are true, and they're very, very good. And I don't know whether it's Monk, Monk's positivity. I don't know whether it's the fact that I watch Blues Women and the way that they try and their positivity that they try and bring to everything, that they're always trying to improve. They're never, they win games and they're still not happy. They want to pick up on things. You're 1-0 up away at Derby. It's
with half a game to go.
Half a game to go.
Yeah.
Derby are going to come out and make it a little bit tougher for you in the second half. Try and keep it compact. It's the manner of the goals. The first goal is it's poor. There's too much space on the left hand side, and the cross goal and things like that.
It's pedestrian. Wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was.
And I think that's the disappointing thing. So as much as you can say it is Derby, they're an excellent team. Chances are they might get top 2 this season.
I was sitting in the Black Swan half time, planning on what playlist to put on the jukebox when the Derby
so it's your fault then.
When the Derby
you got carried away.
Shut up.
At least you didn't have to put
all I can say is that I went home before they got back.
Yeah.
I was going to say, at least you didn't have to put up with that stupid drum.
Oh yeah,
drummers. Yeah,
Drummers.
Please don't.
Awful.
Football clubs, get with it. Chuck them out. For God's sake. No, it's 20. How many does Derby hold?
29, 30.
29,
Pretty similar to Blues, isn't it?
Very similar to us.
Yeah.
How many of them want that drum?
Who wants a
I
drum?
don't believe it's anywhere near 1,000 want that drum.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a Derby fan actually chatting to me on Bookface at the moment, and he's still on live.
Well, tell him. Ask him if he wants to drum in or drum out.
The drummer.
It's not Gary Rowett, is it?
Drummer at Derby. Questions sent. There we go. I'll see if I can get back in a minute. Right, going back to our board. Paul Hipkiss, I was in the Derby hospitality, jumped up when the Dukes scored. Anthony Lloyd Dukey deserves an England call-up. I couldn't agree more. However, he's playing in England with a Polish name and eligible for Ireland, I believe, isn't he? So I'm not too sure. Maureen Minutes question the Blues coverage of the game on Saturday. Well, normally, Maureen, what we can tell you is that we normally play the highlights of the game. We do have permission off the club to do that on the front end of the Tilton Talk Show, but we can't find it anywhere. So if anybody knows what's happened to the coverage, then please let us know. Don't forget, lovers, all you got to do is share this on your personal timeline to be in with a chance of winning some goodies next week, but only on your personal timeline. Please don't share it to groups, as Facebook pick it up as spam and then knock it off. Okie dokie.
Can I just say we've got a couple of draws tonight. We've got one for Bix balls. Bic, we're doing a draw for Bix.
We are. I've got a special thing on Bic in a minute. Yeah.
Plus our normal draw, and I've also got a lot of information about other things which are coming.
So 2 draws tonight, and of
two
course
draws and information.
Draws.
No. You're getting your money's worth tonight, aren't you, Mrs. Brown?
The winner of our 3-word review.
Oh.
So the
winner of the 3-word review is.
I'm not ready yet. Have I said I'm ready?
All right, okay.
Well done,
he'll ring the I'm ready to give the 3-word review bell if he's ready, won't he?
We've got a bell for that one.
Yeah, there's a different bell to the goal bell and all
This is
that.
the 3-word review. Look, listen.
That's it.
go.
It sounds a little bit like the goal bell.
This is the goal bell.
You can see the difference.
It's like a
What's
shop.
the interruption?
It's
like an antique shop.
Listen carefully to this one.
Yeah. Okay.
We're with you. Okay. We'll listen out for all those bells.
Richard Haler, welcome to you all the way from Miami. The lads will learn a lot from the Derby game, no worries. I absolutely, totally understand and believe you. James Beattie has worked wonders with the Duke and Adams, says Paul Gill.
I think,
Can't complain there, can we? I don't think. Oh, there's so many comments tonight again. It's brilliant. Keep them coming. Can't read them all out, but we do try to read them all and obviously gauge
like you say,
reactions.
You look towards games last season. I remember Fulham away, where we lost 1-0, and Djukovic just he just looked so
Sluggish.
as off the pace.
Well, he looked.
Djukovic looked tired after half an hour.
He looked like he'd be bombed out the end of the season.
And there was a guy that was just you could tell he was working hard still, but there was just nothing. There was we weren't getting the best out of him. We were asking him to run channels and do all this work, which was ridiculous.
I think the monk has seen that, and I believe he's given the lads an extra day off today.
What did he?
Okay,
so that's what my son told me earlier. Well, that was
I'm talking about before Monk came in.
Oh, right.
The control I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah, so the difference in him now, he's frightening the life out of defenders,
fitness, isn't it? Though a lot of
he is, and fitness and confidence.
He wouldn't look out of place in a top 6 side or top 2 side at the minute, or even bottom half of the Prem. The way he's playing, like a Huddersfield or
Yeah, Paul Ipkiss, good point here on the goalkeeping situation. Only problem with keepers, if you make a mistake, it's a goal, and everyone only ever remembers that and forgets the good things you do as well. I totally agree.
Yeah,
and which I've said pretty much every week now since the start of the season. He will make mistakes. But he's the best keeper we've got in this squad still. I truly believe that.
And there's quite a few people saying that we would have definitely won had Undoy been playing. So,
oh, good.
How's he doing in France, by the way?
Get him back then.
Do you know how he's doing?
No.
Sorry.
Do you know how he's doing?
No, he's just off the radar.
As soon as I refuse to look at any results and performances from Angers.
Apparently he's doing very well.
Who said that? Dennis?
Oh, no, just made
No.
And Steve Smith has also reiterated that there is another 10 players in front of camp. Absolutely true.
Yeah,
absolutely true.
And the first goal, you could look at that right hand side, and I don't know. They didn't show much on the highlights. The free kick, was it a needless one to give away, or
possibly?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of them. I don't
Bad
know.
day at the office. We pick ourselves up, roll our sleeves up. We get going again, ready for Saturday. Saturday.
Yeah.
It's unbeaten at St Andrews for
28
millennia.
years, I think.
Millennia.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's a cliche, but there's no easy game, is there? I mean,
no.
I mean, there's Rotherham the weekend and then Hull beating Albion. It's just every game is so tough. You could be at the bottom of the league. You could be at the top of the league.
Yeah.
It's a cliche.
But I think it's that, and the important thing is that mentality now. Get that. Because we've had the mentality the last couple of games against Reading and Sheffield Wednesday, even though Sheffield Wednesday took the lead against us, that actually we're going to roll our sleeves up and if you're going to beat us, my God, you're going to have to play well and work hard to beat us.
Some really, really, really good comments coming in. Nick Cowan, well done for this one. We have camp and we are in 10th and 3 points from the playoffs. Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about it.
So without camp, we'd be top of the league.
With De Gea,
Aaron Gellers, we haven't been this good for at least 5 years, and the only person that gets the blame is the keeper, with a question mark. I agree with that one too. It's a team game. Listen, they're all in it together, and they are all in it together. Each and every single one of them fights for the badge and fights for each other every single game I watch them play. And that is so different to how I've seen Birmingham play for years. Okay, the Derby fan has answered, yes, it's good.
What?
For drum.
It's good.
Okay.
blocked and deleted.
Yeah.
Blocked, deleted, and reported to the authorities. I think.
We don't need drum
there are some Blues fans that
to
say
make
clappers are good.
some noise.
Well.
Yeah.
You did say clappers.
That's the interrupt bell.
No.
Oh,
That's the 3-word review, Bell. That was.
See? No,
I thought somebody
how
had
can
scored
he
from
know?
it.
You couldn't pick up that the subtle difference.
I have
Obviously.
hearing issues. I'm going for my hearing test on the 21st.
Winner of our 3-word review is Mick James.
Mick James.
Mick James with Blame Nostradamus Pew.
Dun, dun, dun.
Because I called 3-1 Derby.
You did, didn't you?
Did.
Yeah.
Did you?
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember now.
Did, yeah. So, I'm sorry. I should have had money on it, really, shouldn't I?
What, for another holiday?
As I said, 3-1 Sheffield Wednesday. 3-1. We'd beat Sheffield Wednesday as well. To my dad and brother in the pub before the game. Didn't put that on either.
So, Mick, if you can get in touch with me, either on Facebook, well, on Facebook actually.
Yeah.
Message me.
And in that time, another 81 comments have come through. That's mental. I'm going to have to go to the front. I do go through these, Chris, when I go out, and I do read them all as well. Once again,
Callum
but
McKinley
it's
says,
so
"Can we
difficult.
discuss the National League?" Like what? Solihull Moors.
The
Does he mean?
National League?
Yeah.
What?
Does he mean?
Clarify. Do you mean?
Does
the
he mean
National
Solihull Moors?
League, or does
Or does he mean the Nations League?
Nations League, which I'd love
I'd
to
love
discuss.
to talk
Oh
about.
yeah, me too.
That's probably
Again.
what he's
Too.
talking about. Yeah.
Kev Kelly Hall beating Albion. Nothing comes easy in this division.
Yeah,
Hit
that's
the
it.
reset from Derby and on to Saturday. Couldn't agree more. And what we've got to do, we've got to stay unified as supporters, right? We cannot lose the plot. We've lost one game in 11, right? We've had an amazing,
12, yeah.
amazing run, right? We're still unbeaten at home. And Saturday, Hull, Saturday,
Yeah.
big crowd, St Andrews, nice and
I would
noisy,
imagine so.
intimidating. Yeah.
I think we'll
Hopefully.
scrape it on
Crackers.
Saturday.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a tough game, but I'll say 1-0.
Who's their manager, Hull?
Their manager is Nigel Adkins.
Adkins.
And they beat West Brom the weekend 1-0. And the game before that, they beat Bolton away 1-0.
Yeah.
And then the game before that, they lost to Bristol City 1-0. So they don't score many in games, and they don't concede many in games. So I think their MO will be come and make it tight and make it difficult for us.
Part
and,
of the bus a little
yeah,
bit.
and wait for us to break them down and hope to sneak one on the counter maybe.
Yeah.
But that's what teams have done to us this season. Rotherham did that, and Reading did that.
And we found a way through, didn't we?
And we've scored goals against. We've scored 3 against Rotherham, 2 against Reading, 3 against Sheffield Wednesday. So we're finding a way to score goals at home against teams that have tried to make it difficult.
I'll say, Chris, last year we would have got a load of losses and we
Yeah,
had a clue how to break
of course,
them down.
yeah,
but
exactly.
It's so different. Like I put in the comments myself to you a few weeks ago. It's not a chore anymore. It's enjoyable
Yeah,
going down the
lovely.
Blues.
Loving it.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, loving it.
You look forward to
Kevin
the game.
Kelly has asked a question now. This is very polite as well from Kevin.
Oh.
What's the panel's view? The panel.
Oh, the panel.
The panel.
Oh.
Right, Kevin.
Welcome to the panel, Mark.
we are we're planks, mate. We're on panels. What's the panel's view on the potential Premiership breakaway Super League? I know what my view is.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Should never be allowed to happen.
Yeah.
Should never be allowed to happen.
Shouldn't be allowed to
If you
happen.
want to do it, go off. Don't. All right. Leave the country.
Yeah.
Right. Leave the Premier League.
Yeah.
Right? Go and play a European
I
football.
don't know
if
what
that's
you've got.
you
I don't know what you've got when you left.
Huh?
Well, I don't know what's left though.
Well, half the Championship will go up into the Premier League.
But there's no sponsorship. There's no sponsorship.
Okay.
The top- if the top six-
Come on
if
then.
the top six
do you-
left-
what do you think about the potential breakaway of the Super League?
Yeah. If the top 6 left the Premier League,
Yeah.
you look at how much money the Premier League teams get. 160, 170 million just for being in the
Just for
Premier
being
League
there.
for one season. That's because the top 6 are there. If the top 6 go, that TV deal goes.
Which now has enabled
Wait,
them, which
you've
now
got-
has enabled them to go into
And
this
you've got
potential
Huddersfield.
European League for more
Well,
money.
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
You know, that's the only reason they do it.
It'd be
But
like-
what I'm saying is Fulham spent £100 million this summer. They've got players on £90,000 a week. TV, the big 6 go, the TV deal goes. You can't sustain 90 grand a week. Teams will be folding within 18 months.
It'll be the death of football, won't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll be going back to the old 40s and 50s regional
Yeah,
leagues.
it
and
will,
and
yeah.
all this-
8 years ago, I said the bubble will burst at some point. And
Well,
and
the only reason the bubble will burst is if the big clubs decide to burst it themselves.
Well, maybe.
You know, so you ask, you know, and that's the reality of football. That's the reality of what's happened over the last 20, 25 years.
It's just going to kill the interest in it.
All our clubs, our enjoyment of football, as we know it today, you know, is at the behest of 6 football clubs in England.
Well, you strive. I mean, being at Blues level, you strive to play the Arsenals, the Liverpool.
Of course, you want to play them.
What's the incentive playing
Exactly.
Huddersfield
Playing
and
Everton
Bournemouth,
and- yeah.
Everton? You know, it's
Yeah.
just nah. It's,
But
gonna be an interesting time,
it would kill
you kill
an
the game.
awful lot of football clubs.
Yeah.
Because, like you say, at Championship level, look at Wolves last season. The Wolves get George Mendes in, the link with the agent George Mendes, spend gazillions of money on wages to to get to the promised land, because they know that they get 180 million and they get to play Spurs, Man U, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City. Nobody's going to be spending 6 million on players to get to the Premier League, where you'll get 20 million maybe if you're lucky, and you get to play Bournemouth away.
Yeah, Bournemouth will be the theatre of dreams.
Yeah,
lovely.
Well, sometimes.
And listen, people say I'd go and watch Blues if they were in League Two and we had no money and we had terrible players, and I'm sure we would, but you won't get 30,000 there.
No. I mean,
you'll get
at St Andrews when there's been 5,000.
Exactly, and that's what it will be, and that's what like Mark said, that's what football will be, and it'll be the 70s and 80s and even before that. Maybe football's more enjoyable for people that way, but football as we know it will go very rapidly.
And Stuart McDonald, when football folds up, we can blame Brexit. Don't you think we ought to be blaming Lee Camp?
I'll blame Camp.
Yeah. Should have saved football at his near post.
He should have caught it.
Yeah.
Paul Gill, if they want a Euros League, then scrap the Champions League. Well, I mean, what is the Champions League?
You would scrap the Champions League.
It's a European League, isn't it, though?
Yeah.
No, not a league. It's a European competition.
Yeah.
And we've got the other one as well that we was in.
Yeah.
But why?
Because
greed.
You just
said
more.
They just want more and more and more.
You just said it.
Vile.
So that they can give their players 750,000 a week and steal players off everybody for, and if you think about it, the top six, if they leave, break away. And we've got excellent players coming through in our league. If you get an excellent young player who comes through at Bournemouth or Southampton, they cost 30-40 million. If there's no money in the game, Man U will be able to pick them off for 5-10 million.
Kevin Kelly, the Super League would be a sponsorship vacuum and hoover up all the money. It would leave a poor shell behind of a Premier League one.
Not just Premier League either. The Spanish League, the Italian League, the French League. They
just pick up and leave, and they'll be playing around the world. It'll just be stupid.
New stadiums at Espanyol where 2,000 people are going. Monaco are fighting relegation at the moment. They got like 3,000 average attendance of 3,000. You'd get that everywhere.
Can you see it happening then?
I think
it depends. It's totally at the behest of the clubs. If they think they can earn more money and pick up better players for cheaper, which they probably will be able to do, then maybe it will happen at some point.
Well, they've been going on about the 39th game, haven't they, for 15 years?
They'll be able to play games in America, which is even more money.
I tell you what,
over in Abu Dhabi,
when we play a game of football, not soccer in America, it won't destroy their national stadium, will it? No.
Oh, that's disgrace.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh, alcoholic.
High horse.
I have, yeah. Thanks. No, I haven't got no. They're all alcoholic, I'm afraid.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, damn.
Only a little bit.
Now the new laws have come in today, haven't they?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What have they? What's happened?
Instant ban if you sniffed. Dave Brown, it'll end up like Scottish football. Lewis Bradshaw, it basically becomes a Scottish Premier League as the remaining decent sized clubs just replace the top.
Yeah,
and what can Celtic afford to pay players?
What's the point of Scotland?
What's the
exactly?
And what the hell's the
Build a wall.
There we go.
SPL. Exactly.
Scottish Pub League.
Still going the Scottish Premier.
Scottish Celtic and Rangers, they get 50,000 through the gate still. They can afford to buy £2 million players, and that's their biggest signing of the summer.
It's good. They get good grades, but I mean,
but that's all they get because they don't get TV money. They don't get the TV money that anybody else gets because nobody wants to watch them.
Nobody wants to watch it now.
Nobody wants to watch Celtic. Hearts are top of the league by 5 points this week. Celtic beat them 5-0 at home this weekend. What's the point
of Scotland?
Never look at the Scottish results.
No.
Never look at Scottish
And I've never got...
And another thing while I'm on it, right? And I'm not being horrible. Wrexham, Swansea and Cardiff shouldn't be in the English League. Yeah. It's another country.
Oh dear.
Give them independence. Give them what they
Brexit.
I was going to say I've never got this. I've never got this. Oh, they're my Scottish team and Blues my English.
No,
I've never got that. I don't get it.
I haven't had that.
Never,
I
ever got
take
that.
interest in European leagues and European results because
Yeah, you
I
do
love
that,
football and I take interest in it. But
Yeah, at the end of the day, we love
Thanks.
the Blues. Not
yeah, exactly.
who
yeah.
cares what happens in Scotland.
Yeah.
I don't get
I
it.
haven't got a second team.
As
No,
long
no
as I keep
chance.
making whiskey, that's what I'm worried about.
Stick to what you're good to.
Yeah, absolutely. Steve Portman, on the 23rd of November 2018, Accessi Blues and Blues for All have put a football team together to play in the Coppa del Cure Leukemia. Tournament starts at 1400, which is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and concludes at 6 o'clock in the evening at St George's Park. Oh, it's just up the road from me. Yippee! I'm going. Supporters are welcome. A Just Giving page is being set up next week for fans to donate. All proceeds to cure leukemia. Thanks ever so much, Steve Portman, for that. And yeah, it'll be my first trip to St George's.
You're listening to Trevor Francis on the TiltonTalk Show.
Very good.
Can we
Good.
get one of our draws out of the way because we've got a lot to get through. So.
Can I get you one?
Draw on.
One of the draws out of the way.
Oh,
Draw
I've got
on.
him booking in.
Sorry,
Butting in. Look at him.
hang on.
Off you go. No, you didn't even ring the drawbell, did
I
you?
forgot the official
The
bell.
drawbell. Did you get that?
Draw-
one?
yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Let's
Okay.
our guest
Play
do
on
this.
words there.
We'll let our guest do this draw. Well, you can do both draws actually. This one is for. Oh, speaking of microphones, this one is for a signed ball, donated by Bordesley Labour Club. £79 raised in aid of Run Big Run, which is for Cure Leukemia fundraising. There you go.
And whilst we're on the subject of this, we've got to give Bick an absolute massive round
Yeah,
of applause.
well done, Bick.
Tilton round of applause. Well done, Bick. He completed the New York Marathon in 5 hours something?
I'm not sure.
I'll have a look in a minute.
Yeah.
Do you want to
He
read out as
completed
well?
the New York Marathon, so well done to
Right,
Bick.
okay, so
and
the
have
winner-
a safe journey home when you get there.
Sorry, Nick.
All right.
The winner is. Is that Bernice from Borsley Labour?
Bernice.
Bernice from Borsley Labour Club. There you go. Well done. Well done. 5 hours, 16 minutes and 22 seconds.
Yeah, number 47. Yeah.
Okay.
A distance of 26.2 miles, 5 hours, 16 minutes and 22 seconds. Congratulations, Vic.
Fantastic.
Well done to you. Well done, mate.
Well done, Boot.
See how the hard work pays off, eh?
Andrew Crash says, Marky Mark, give us a wave.
Oh,
There you go.
Sweet. Got to say congratulations to Mark Jackson for being the Tilton Talk Trillion Trophies TV.
Got that. Well done.
You know what I mean.
Just
Yeah.
about.
What did he win that one for, Chris?
Pardon?
What did he win that one for, Mark?
He wins. It's just the privilege of being,
Just the privilege of.
immortalised forever.
And what did he do to
That was the caption.
the caption competition?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's
Suitable.
I'll
No.
find out in a second.
If you want to know what he said, scroll through.
Oh, it isn't. No, it isn't.
It's not.
No,
it's
that's
not. I know it's not. Yeah.
All right.
There's.
Was that the
Not-
Jasper Carrot one?
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
for children. Yeah.
No, not.
It's got a couple of swear words in it.
Graham Haynes has asked who should be Gary Gardner's replacement for the next 2 games. Obviously, he's picked up those bookings.
Tough one.
now. Tough
Yeah.
one.
Tough one.
I think it'd
Yeah.
be his brother, wasn't it? Would have thought.
It's a difficult one. I think. Yeah. I think what you want to do is you want to say who do you want? Who would Monk want in against the Villa? Who's he planning to play against the Villa? Whoever he's planning to play against the Villa, play against Hull. And you're
I think-
really the question is: do you put a young kid in
Or do you
who's
put-
better on the ball, or do you put an experienced pro in who knows what the game's about? And
Yeah.
I think you're probably right. You'll go with Craig,
Yeah, I reckon.
I would imagine, unless he goes completely out of the blue and puts
One of the kids.
a winger on and pushes Hotter into the middle.
Possibly.
Can Hotter play in the middle of a 4-4-2?
Very-
It would be asking a lot, but
It's an interesting one, isn't
it's a statement of intent. If you do that,
I'd like to see Viv get another run out.
I was just thinking, yeah, Viv and Mahone. Obviously, Magoma's still on the injury list.
Yeah.
So
Lindsay Phillips and a few others are saying Lakin.
yeah, that's. I think that's your direct question, Lakin
yeah.
or Gardner. And like I said, you go inexperienced young lad who's probably a little bit better on the ball than Gardner, or experienced pro who knows what he's doing, knows what the game's about, and pick Craig. The fact he goes with Camp over Truman suggests that he'd probably prefer experience. In which case, you're probably right, and he'll go for
Very
Craig.
interesting take on this, actually. John Moore, please do not bring Craig Gardner back in for the next 2 games. It's a step backwards. Lakin against Hull. Kev Smith, Lakin Odd Hope, and Kev Kelly. Craig needs game time in advance of the Violers.
All I would say is Lakin started against Ipswich at home, and he didn't have his best 45, and we were 2-0 down, and he was hooked at half time. And we got better and went on to draw 2-2.
And here's another interesting scenario from Kevin Kelly. Can Colin go midfield and Harding in the back 4?
Yeah,
either
that's
that,
a good one,
either that, or Pedersen left wing, which he did against Reading. Colin left back, Harding right back.
Yeah.
We have options.
He's got options, and then like I say, that enables you to put Hotter in the middle then. But he's got options, hasn't he?
He's got options. I feel sorry for Wes because I liked to look at him last season. He was dynamite. He was.
And he was good. He was good when he come on against Reading as well. That change of shape, a little bit change of setup worked in our favour against Reading and sorry, not Reading, Sheffield Wednesday, wasn't it? But yeah, so I think he'll play it safe. I think he won't want to change the back 4 particularly. It's a steady. I know we conceded 3 Saturday, but it's a steady back 4 that's done well for us in the last 12 games. I think he'd rather keep that as solid as possible.
I mean, I agree with what people have said. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Craig Gardner. I was 6 years ago, 7 years ago, but these days he's a average, isn't he?
As Sam Marsh says, think Gardner's had his day. Legs faded and his set pieces are poor. Lakin's still a gamble, though. Set
pieces are poor, so you give somebody else the set piece.
Yeah.
But listen, nobody knows what that. I'm sure Charlie Lakin knows exactly what playing Villa away means to us and means to everybody. I'm not saying he doesn't understand.
Yeah, of course.
But the experience of having played in that game, and Hull as well. Listen, Hull. As much as we want to think about the Villa, Hull's the next game. And you want to beat beat Hull as well.
Well, it wasn't that long ago. They were in the Prem.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's a tough. They're all tough.
I think the least changes possible, the better for Monk. As much as like I said, bringing another winger in and move Hotter in the middle, that's 2 changes. If you move around the back 4 and the midfield, that's 3-4 changes possibly. So I think it'll just be a straight swap.
Yeah.
Either Lakin or Gardner unless Davis suddenly makes a miracle recovery, but I don't think he will.
I think he's got to get some game time, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Gregory's saying good evening from Porthcawl. Good evening to you, Gregory. Steve Smith, push Harley Dean up and Roberts in the back.
Again, it's another option.
It's another option,
but I don't want Harley Dean and Morrison split up.
No, I think Morrison's had his best season since he came to the club.
Alongside Dean,
and
exactly.
From Paul Gill, Camp, Harding, Morrison, Dean across the back, Colin and Pedersen wing backs, Keefton, Belden, Lakin in the middle with Hotter just in front and Duke and Adams. Keep it tight and then change it second half if needed.
Yeah, that's what he did. I think that's the way he went against Sheffield Wednesday in the back end of that second half, like I say, and it worked then. But I think the least, you've had something good. I know we lost Saturday, but you've had something incredibly good over the last 12 games where you've gone 11 unbeaten. We were on a run of 4 straight wins with a system that the players know. The one thing you can say about this team is that everybody knows their roles and responsibilities. As soon as it's a lovely idea, but as soon as you start saying push Harley Dean into midfield, you're causing it. And if Zola would have done that, Cottrell would have killed him for saying, "What are you doing? Changing a system where everybody knows the setup."
Let's just hope he doesn't then.
Well, yeah, exactly. Who else I'll be saying this week?
Yeah.
What on earth are you doing changing the setup?
Gregory, Mrs. Brown says, "Hope you're well. Can we please have a Mrs. Brown squeal?"
Okay, I'm going to get that because I wasn't ready for it. So
unprepared,
unprofessional. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll get that ready in a bit.
Okay,
I think he just wanted you to do one. There we go.
That was more like Woody Woodpecker.
It was.
Kev Kelly, this is when you need Undoy to set in your band.
Yeah, I'm struggling to think of a time where you do need Undoy, actually.
It's great how his name keeps popping up though occasionally, isn't it? You know, he's going to be in the legends soon, isn't he? He's
In the Legends Lounge, yeah.
Picture in the Legends Lounge.
Yeah.
It'll be the last time I step
Stephen
foot there.
Van der Vaughan, we looked solid at the back. Would make 0 sense to start moving players.
Yeah,
out
I
of the
wouldn't
back
touch
to
that back
address
four.
our centre midfield deficiencies. 100% agree.
Yeah.
We all agree. We've all agreed on
It's a
something.
miracle.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
It's a bonfire night
What was that
miracle.
one? What was that one?
That's a goal
No,
at Huddersfield Fulham.
no. Interjection, obviously. That's
Oh,
a
that's
goal.
an Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Jack wants to know if we are actually in the studio.
Look at it, Jack.
Sort of.
Look at it,
yeah.
It's amazing, this
Yeah.
place. It's weird. It's like Alice in
beautiful.
Wonderland.
Screwed all them lights, didn't they?
Sophie's Tilton Talk
Most weeks I'm
studio.
watching on the screen and I'm actually here. It's weird.
Yeah.
Steve Gill, do you think Vassell will be back for the Villa game? I think we've got to ease that guy in.
Yeah.
Oh, he won't be
a little
back for
bit
Villa, will he? I wouldn't have thought.
slowly.
I don't know. We've obviously got the international break, so I don't know whether there'll be any
So it's 3 weeks.
sneaky little behind closed doors fixtures lined up
There's
where
that's
where
a
we
good one.
could sneak him on the bench, come on for 10 minutes if it's
5-10 minutes.
0-0.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not expecting him to start the next 6 games. Let's put it that way, because he's back in training now. So, but yeah, he's got 3. Like you said, you've got the whole next week. Then it's international, so you've got 3 weeks until Villa. You know, which gives, like I said, keep training.
Good to see him kicking a ball.
Yeah, as long as there's no adverse effects from being in training, maybe try and get a couple of friendlies, under 23 games set up, which he could take part in, half hour here, half hour there, and get him on the bench just
And then
to give him something to think about.
Just
Yeah.
hope that Hutton's
Do you know what I mean?
playing.
But Villa turn up on the day and you got Vassell on the bench. It gives them something extra to think about, don't they?
That's it.
Going
Completely out
back
of
to the
it.
Gardner situation, Billy Sweeney, no gameplay, fighting for a shirt against Villa. He'll be sent off in the first half. Let's look forward. Lakin, keep right on. And Ray, 12 games ago, we were worried of points deduction. How times change. This is Birmingham City, Ray.
Still worried about that
Still
points
worried about it,
deduction,
'cause
yeah.
we would still be second from the bottom with a 15. So, gall blimey.
I'm looking forward to that Villa game, though. I do think it'll be a draw, though. I really do think it's got a draw written all over it.
Lots
But,
and lots of comments about Czech and Doy. Only time we need Ndoye is when there's a big queue for a pie and we want someone to clear a space. And Pete Taylor's
Clear everybody out. Yeah.
Pete Taylor's fast play.
Yeah.
Pete Taylor's worried about Ndoye not signing a new contract for next season.
I wouldn't be worried about that.
Yeah. And Jez McDonough said he wouldn't be too surprised if we didn't see Vassell on the bench versus Hull. Do you know what?
That's very soon.
What kind of a reception would that lad get? You know, when he's doing his
Yeah,
warm up,
yeah.
down
magnificent,
towards
yeah.
that corner in the Tilton, it would absolutely be superb. Yeah, there's a
But
stick up on my arms already.
I think,
about it.
Yes.
I think, you know, just Hull's the next game. You know, Hull's the most important game of our season so far. You know, because it's the next one. So, don't rush him back, like you say.
no.
'cause
No. Don't.
if you can have him back for the middle of December,
Well, this is what
before
Kevin
that
Kelly's
Christmas period.
saying. Yeah, right.
You know, where you've now got options up front. You can rest Djukovic, you can rest Adams if it needs be. I'd much rather have that than try and get him back for the Villa game and then he's out for another 4
Yeah,
months.
just do it slowly.
Yeah.
Kev
It's
says
as long as it takes.
Isaac Vassell has been working hard solo on the board, but not in the team yet. So we're
Yeah.
still lucky if it's this side of
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah.
Well,
possibly.
I mean, ideally as well. I mean, say the FA Cup. If we get a lower league team at
Yeah.
home, it'd be ideal.
Yeah,
Give him
perfect, yeah.
a League 2 side at home.
Of
or
course.
whatever.
Tommy Murphy said, wasn't it the Villa game he got stuffed up in the first place? Yes, it was. It was Hutton that did it. I'll just name and shame.
Yes.
Can we have a blues-related detective pairings, e.g. Starsky and Much? Didn't get that. one.
Plun-
Oh,
I know
no,
what
that's
it
your,
is.
he wants that as your last 15 minute
Oh, right, okay.
boil.
Jeanette Thomas, I'd forgotten about Ndoye, thankfully.
Yeah, I'm made. Jeanette.
I love it, love it, love it, love it. Cracking, there's another 30 comments coming in. Right. Inspector Broadhurst. All right, we'll do that. In the
That's
last 15
far
minutes.
too
Right.
early to be doing this.
Hull, Saturday, predictions, please. Mr. Fun.
I'm going for 3 in a row here.
You kissed the death last week, mate, by getting it right.
Definitely.
2-0 Blues.
Tune on.
I'm saying 1-0.
A 1-0, Mrs. Brown.
I'm going 1-0 as well.
1-0.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 3-1.
Okay.
I'm going to reverse last week's.
3-3-1s in a row.
Yeah, I'm going to reverse last week's defeat of 3-1.
Okay.
Adam Wilkes 2-0 Blues, was a 2-1, Steve Gill 1-0, 2-0 from Paul Gill, 2-1 Blues.
And
so
Maxime
Blues.
Collin.
He's
will
due a
score.
goal, he is. I was just about to say
Maxime
that. Must be
Collin
reading my
will
mind, yeah.
Are you
We'll
saying
win
Maxime-
2-0 and Maxime Collin will score.
Can you find
I
out-
don't
He's due
know
a
whether
goal.
it's the
Can you
first
find
or
out what the odds
second.
are on a
I
betting
will,
site
I will
for that?
try and have a look.
Yeah,
All right,
Sappy.
okay. Season
Collin
ticket holder?
anytime.
Yes.
Yep.
For many years, long, 20 years,
20
long time. So I live over in Coventry now, but I still come back to the Blues every week.
It's only 10 miles away, isn't it? 10, 15 miles.
Yeah, it's about 18 miles.
18.
Yes. So yes, still there every week.
Andrew Williams is going with a 1-1 draw.
Keep
Matthew
going,
Revel
keep
2-1
going.
Blues. Kevin French 2-1 Blues. 5-0 to Blues. We'll take the defeat out on them. We owe them one for the 6-1 last season as well. Absolutely love that comment there from Paul Hipkiss. Thank you very much, Paul. Nostradamus Pew, get some money on it. Adam Wilkes.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it, but
The whole game last year.
Graham Skilton's going to go for a 4-3 Blues. My goodness, man, that would be a nail biter.
I don't want that.
Could you imagine that one? Oh, no. The fourth official has indicated there'll be 35 minutes of injury time sponsored by Poker Pies.
Where did you sit, by the way, Mark?
Tilton,
Tilton.
Block 6,
Block 6.
row 7. Yes, that's where I am.
Block 6 is front, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
been there years. Yeah. Yes.
Behind the goal.
Behind the goal, yes.
My sister sits there, right,
That's
row
right.
2.
Yeah, because I've seen you walk up and you probably walk
Yes,
past
you
me.
have,
I'm right on the corner.
Yeah.
Walk past that.
I was going to say, you can't miss that. She'll kill me.
it's not offering me players.
Okay.
But 2-0 is 7-1.
7-1.
7-1 for 2-0.
Yeah.
Bridget Elizabeth Mills has asked a very important question. Are there still BHST drop-off points near the ground? If not, where can I drop things off? Depending on what area you're in, Bridget, you can drop them off at the Conservative Club in Chelmsley Wood, or you can drop them off here,
Yeah, or down the road at the unit, yeah.
down the road at the unit here. Just need to get in touch with Mrs. Brown on the Tinterweb. And I can't remember where the other place is.
No, I can't.
Borsley. Not the Borsley Labour
I don't
Club.
think so. No, not too sure. But
well,
certainly at the
yeah.
Conservative Club in Chelmsley Wood,
Yeah.
and certainly in Solihull. Get in contact with
Yeah,
Chris
someone just
Brown.
got in contact with me now
Absolutely,
just regarding
absolutely.
that. So as well. We were talking about going out tomorrow night. It's now next week now. They're not going out tomorrow night. So
Right, next
right, okay.
Tuesday.
next Tuesday night, if anybody wants to come and join us as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So next Tuesday it'll be a Trillion Trophies Tilton Talk
Thingy.
thingy.
Trip.
Trip, yeah, that's the word. Yeah.
Trip will do.
Yeah.
With the BHST team, and we'll be out there handing some much needed supplies out to the homeless people in Birmingham and around the city centre of Birmingham. So if anybody wants to join in, please get in touch.
There was a charity game tonight, wasn't there, at
Highgate?
Highgate?
What's that?
For
There's a charity game
I think
tonight,
it
isn't
is.
there?
okay.
Because Mike Taylor and Lee Carsley were playing tonight at
Right.
Ties Barn Lane.
Right.
I'm just, don't know if anyone knows.
Gregory's asking, what are the best bars to go in Digbeth before the game, please? Well, Gregory, I used to go to the George quite a lot, but found that the queues there are a bit hefty.
The where?
The George.
George.
The Royal George.
Sorry?
Royal
Did
George.
you say Digbeth?
Is it Digbeth or?
I beg your pardon, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I was going to say, that's quite away from Digbeth.
The Crown, the old Crown.
Yeah, the old Crown's
Nice.
good. Boring Tavern's not bad. Obviously, close to town. Yeah, either of those two, not bad. I think a few go in the Connaught as well. The Irish
they do, yeah.
over the road.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so-
my sister's row 4, not row 2, row 4.
Oh, I'm Block 6, row 7. I'm.
7, so you 3 behind it.
Yeah.
Gregory travels up from Porthcawl for home games, 2 points in the D Club and straight into the Gilmerick. Keep right on.
Has anyone been? Have you been to the Happy Abode? Have you been to the
I
Happy
have
Abode?
not visited the Happy
I haven't been in
Abode.
them.
Yeah,
No.
it's all right. isn't it? Yeah.
Is it right?
right?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah,
The Happy Abode, the one
yeah. By the cop.
The newish
in
one.
the
No,
cop,
yeah,
basically
the
in the cop.
18-month-old.
Where the old subway used to be.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Can't stand the smell of them places.
Oh, what?
Subway weather. Ooh, no.
Ah.
I hate them.
Oh,
There's one in Burton-on-Trent when you go to the shopping centre, like,
Yeah.
you get to the door and you can smell Subway. It's just the most disgusting stench ever.
I don't know. You've been to Villa Park?
Right answer.
Oh, that's it. That's one in friend of the show. Yeah.
Steve Adams wants to know who was better, Peter Unlove or Greg Downs.
Is that my brother by any chance?
Quite possibly.
Probably is.
Who?
Peter Unlove had more of an impact.
Peter Unlove or who?
Greg Downs.
Greg Downs.
Bald left back we signed from Coventry back in 1990.
Right. Well, I only know Unlove.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter.
So I'd have to say
Unlove.
Unlove. I remember Unlove scoring an absolute worldie at Leeds away in the FA Cup.
Yes.
It was one of my first away games ever, that
He was in the news not long ago.
Yeah, he had a car crash. No.
Did he die?
No.
His brother did.
Yes.
His brother.
Yes.
About 3 years ago, wasn't
There was because it come out that he died.
No, and they got it wrong.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
yeah. That's why I mentioned it before.
But I think we were like 2-0 down, and then Gary Ablett might have scored.
3-2 in the end.
And then Unlove scored from 40 yards.
Yeah, it was a cracking goal.
It was the scenes were unbelievable. And unfortunately, they were a decent side at the time, weren't they, I think, and they went on to win 3-2. But
Yeah.
that
game,
was a worldie goal.
Remember that one?
So the Tilton Talk Show is coming to you now through the month of November in conjunction with Crohn's and Colitis. We'll be having Tracy Hemming in, I think, in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah.
And as
Should have
many
a
of
good
you do
guest
know,
next week as well.
what? Sorry,
Of course, yes.
Should have a very good guest.
Very
next
good
week.
guest next week.
Very good guest next
Very excited about next
very
week.
excited
good
about next
one.
week. But Tracy will be in with us talking Crohn's and Colitis, as some of you probably know. Her son Bradley suffers from that, so that's the charity that she set up there to.
I don't think it's something that she set up. But
Well,
she's a big part of it.
She's a big part of it. Yeah. My apologies, but I'm sure Tracy will come in and tell us all about it in a couple of weeks' time. Do you want to
John
elaborate on
Moore-
your guest or not?
I will do in a
Okay,
second.
Yeah,
John Moore says, "Happy abode. It's okay if you like queuing for an hour. Alcohol's Anonymous must be running it."
Might stay away from that then.
Yeah. We like to give both sides of the story.
Of course, absolutely. No, we appreciate your feedback.
Absolutely.
And if the service is goal,
That's introduction.
Goal at Huddersfield.
that was a goal. That was
How exciting!
I just wanted to point out that last week we had 105 shares.
last week.
Oh wow,
Incredible,
very good.
Absolutely incredible. And you have to
brilliant.
sit there and write each of those single names down later on a Monday
all
morning.
day.
Bless.
on
So
the
the
last
more
one.
people that share it, the more work we can give Mrs. Brown,
Which
on
is
Monday,
always fun.
which is
Shut
what we want.
Yeah. So next week we've got a guest on from.
Excuse me, just before you do, Steve
Yes.
Smith says his Mrs. Fun coming in next week.
Do you know?
That'd be cool.
Mr. Fun and Mrs. Fun have had a conversation about Mrs. Fun coming in, and she said that even though she wouldn't particularly be able to join in with the football side of it, she'd be more than happy to at some point.
No.
To attend.
No, I thought you was going to go quite the opposite way.
No,
Well,
no. She'd be more than happy to show her face at some point.
does she go to games?
She comes to the women's games with
Right,
me.
okay.
Um,
So what we suggest you do then is take her to one of the men's games as well
Yeah.
on Saturday, and then she can come in on the Monday. And if you do the women's game on the Sunday, she can talk about that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
This is fun.
I'll put that to her. Yeah.
Brett Stanley, happy abode is very slow, and Jay Razy, fast pay, long wait. That wasn't, of course, your
There was no wait. My experience of fast play.
goal. 1-0 Huddersfield. Can we have a goal bell,
We
please?
need the goal bell.
I'll get the right one for
Thanks,
you.
Stephen
Yeah,
Gill.
that's
It's
like that. Oh, is that
there you
one?
There
go.
it is.
1-0 to Huddersfield.
1-0 Huddersfield.
Who are they playing?
Fulham.
Fulham.
They're in trouble, aren't they?
The both of them are in trouble.
Yeah.
So that's
That must be full. That must be Huddersfield's first win.
I think it would be this season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next week, our guest.
No, sorry. Adam Wilkes wants to do a couples Tilton Talk special.
Oh my goodness! Could you imagine?
I think we ought to do that.
That'd be quite funny actually if you did that.
Wouldn't it be funny?
It'd be
that?
funny.
It'd be funny. That'd be funny.
What about the Christmas special one?
You
The one
didn't-
before Christmas.
My missus would
What
love
date? What
it.
date's the one before Christmas?
It's Christmas Eve this year.
Oh right, okay.
She'll bring a knitting in, my missus. Just imagine it sitting there.
Mr. and Mrs. Isn't that a quiz show from the 80s? Kevin? Oh, yes, it is, Kevin.
Oh dear.
Oh, God, blimey. Bring
Yeah,
back
the
the Radio
audience-
WM goal horn.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't they do that anymore?
I haven't listened to them
I
for
don't think
8
so.
years.
I've not listened to it's out of my reach up my way.
Oh,
so,
of course, yeah.
We
It's not
we
until
barely-
I like go about 7 miles and then go up a really big hill that I managed to get it.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Brummy Joe, anyone else ready for Christmas? Brummy Joe, be quiet, please. Please be quiet, mate.
Christmas.
Oh, that's got to be one of these, hasn't it?
Would you?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, hang on. Oh, it's not. Come on, say that.
Oh,
Oh,
Chris.
well, that's definitely a
it's
red
one-
card.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
one
one
of-
of them, isn't it?
Say, come on, say that. We'll have to have this instead.
Oh dear. Oh bless. I've left Loftus up one again. The women wouldn't get a word in, says Maureen.
Well, I don't know.
Would Chris Pugh turn up with his England sticker album?
My England sticker album.
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
No?
Your Panini.
I like an England sticker album
Yeah.
when the World Cup comes round.
Yeah.
Did you actually got a sticker of Czech and I, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You
Yeah,
definitely got one,
yes,
I've got a
because he
spare
was
if
in
you
the
didn't.
Senegal.
Do you ever get a
World
mask?
Cup.
Do you ever get a mask?
No, I never.
that's
And
the
do you
one.
know, I've been in every shop in Birmingham, and I just cannot, for the life of me,
Yeah.
find those Czech and Doy masks that everybody kept going on about that were so readily available.
He's had such a big
Apparently.
piece of the show again tonight.
I
hasn't
know,
he? He's
yeah.
stole it.
I'm
He's
sorry,
You know,
stolen
I'm
it.
sick to death
Can we
of
just
him.
go back?
You know what? I bet he's listening.
It'll be good.
I bet he's
Special guest.
listening.
Special
Yeah.
guest. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Special
Thanks,
guest
Adam.
next week is employee
You've built it up now. It's
of
not going to be that
Birmingham
brilliant.
City Football Club.
Here we
Yeah.
go. Right.
Yeah.
No, serious now. This is right. Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who is it?
No, all the amazing work that, you know, whatever's the fantastic work that's gone on the field, you know, the 11 game unbeaten run, everything that's got the fans on side, but you think about the amazing work they've done off the field as
Yep.
well. Gary Monk meeting people, going out feeding the homeless with Horsefield.
Sending people personal messages.
Personal messages from Djukovic,
Yeah.
players visiting young fans and things like that. And the head of PR and fan engagement, Claire Bowden, I think,
She's Bowden.
is
Yeah.
coming in next week.
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
the person mainly responsible, the head of PR, is coming in next week
And this is
to
what we
discuss. You know, because we were saying last
Yeah,
week,
absolutely.
the person, you know, all the amazing things that they've done, they deserve credit. You know, the club deserves credit, and these
Definitely.
people deserve credit.
Yeah, yeah.
So it would be great to have Claire on to talk about what they've done and what they're planning on doing in the future, and for people to give her the credit she deserves, I think,
And
the
perhaps give
club.
us some ideas.
Yeah,
Does that
absolutely.
mean
Get your
Yeah.
thinking caps on over the next 7 days.
Hey?
I mean, the air freshener's got to come out next week.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know what? This is
Maybe some nice biscuits. Just saying. Just saying.
Just
wasabi
give her hot
peas.
chocolate. I've loved it.
See if there's anything left in petty cash. Get the custard creams out.
Oh, I'll get the wasabi peas.
No.
Yeah.
Keep them well away.
Bit of vacuuming, I think, as
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Dustin.
Yeah.
Get those cobwebs out the corner.
Zoflora. Anything else? Flowers.
Flowers,
Flowers in the corner.
decanted water.
Yeah. Here we are.
Yeah.
There we are.
But yeah, very much looking
Shirt and
forward to that. Oh, yes.
Shirt and tie.
Yes, do my hair next week, yeah. Yeah.
What colour hoodie are you going to wear?
I'll let the people decide. What colour hoodie do you want me wearing
no.
next
You
week?
shouldn't have said that.
Going back to Christmas, poor girl's missus has already finished all the Christmas shopping in September.
September.
What? That is a national disgrace.
That's too organised.
That is.
Much
that is-
too
that is
organised.
crazy.
Much too organised.
Goodness me.
Yeah, so looking forward to next week.
Can't
Should be a
believe
good
that.
one.
Yeah. And like I say, like you said, you know, these people do deserve the credit, and they
Yes.
should get it, and rightfully so. Next week, at least, we'll be able to, you know, offer it out to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they'll gauge, obviously, from all the questions and the things that come back through,
Yeah.
through the screen.
Hopefully,
the
it'll
absolute
give them
reaction
a
that-
few more ideas and things. With
Yeah, but the reaction of how our supporters feel about
Yeah,
this
yeah,
club
yeah,
is
yeah.
now so family oriented.
Yeah.
And I've never known it like this.
It's
That's
never
it. Every other day, there's something coming out that you think,
a
oh,
good
fair play.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, like I say, Monk giving out his time for the homeless, and
Yeah.
it's just brilliant, isn't it?
The guy who had the stroke, I think.
Yes,
it was, yeah.
before the game.
Inviting him into the office. The 22nd minute applause for
Those
young
kind words
Chloe,
afterwards, yeah.
and then Monk saying about how they dedicate his letter to the family, just everything like that.
Well,
You know, and I think
you could say going back to the guy who had the stroke, wasn't it before the actual game, the last home game?
he invited
so he
him
gave
into his
for a good
office, yeah.
45-minute chat before a home game.
big game, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You know, and it's these things that you know,
Yeah.
as amazing as it is having a team that are fighting on the pitch as well, it's equally as important to us. You know, that the club gets us and connects with the supporters as well, and I think it's people like Claire that are working hard to do these things, and they deserve to be out there in the public, that people know it's them doing the hard work.
I think some people who haven't been to a game yet, who've been 50-50 or aren't, they should make the effort and go.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
because it's enjoyable again, and they're
Yeah.
missing out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't moan about the prices again.
Get yourself back down there.
Get back down there.
I don't know what Adrian Howell's been on, but it's time to put the Christmas tree up, according to him.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's only quarter.
We haven't got a Christmas tree yet.
I'll put mine up the loft where it belongs.
Where it belongs,
Too early. I
Oh,
think we
dear.
should put it away from last year.
Kev Kelly says next week, can we get the Gary Monk V-necks ready? Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah,
that could we.
Yeah.
And sausage or bacon sarnies for £2. Steve Portman.
I'll have a bacon one, Steve.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, cheers.
I'll have a bacon and sausage.
Yeah. Oh no, just bacon, brown sauce. That'll do.
Got to be brown sauce on a
Yeah.
sausage sandwich or a bacon sandwich. Yeah. Lindsay Phillips says next week will be an actual women's range of more than 2 items in the club shop. Great
That'd be
point to
nice,
take
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Great
yeah.
point to take up, Lindsay. Do remind us of it next week, Bab.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And also pork pies. I think pork pies ought to be sold in the club shop as well.
In the club
Yeah,
shop.
absolutely, yeah.
Right. Okay.
I don't know why, but it's something to do with a joke with Lindsay, and I read so many times pork pies when she's commenting this, that, and the other. So
Okay.
pork pies with a little blues badge on the top.
Tilton pork.
Tilton pork.
Yeah. Yeah, possible.
If Lindsay wants to let us in on the pork pie joke, then it's entirely up to you.
Only if it's sensible.
Pete Taylor, red sauce all the way. Ooh.
Can you read that, Nick, or do you want
Is that
me
a
to
block and report?
What's that?
Can you read that on the screen, or do you want me to read it?
Can you read it? Because I haven't got my glasses on.
Okay, Accessi Blues November raffle is in aid of Annie Devlin. £5 donation gets you a strip of 5 raffle tickets with 2 prizes available. First prize is a signed 1819 BCFC shirt. Second prize is a signed ball. These were signed by the Blues and Wolves ex-players who played in the charity match at Talio last month. Raffle prizes supplied and endorsed by Paul Devlin. Contact Steve Portman or Bordesley Labour Club to make the donation.
Cool.
Draw will take place at Bordesley Labour Club on the 1st of December. There you go. That's your public service information announcement.
Right.
Very good.
Second prize draw, please. Because we are
done?
running out of time. I didn't realise it's
I didn't realise,
quarter to
yeah.
9.
Is it?
And we're
Right,
ready to
so
go.
I thought it was
Can we-
still quarter to 8.
Can we please put an appeal out? This is a serious appeal to all Tilton Talk Show listeners. Chris Brown is desperately in need of some AA batteries for the clock.
Yeah.
Which has now said quarter to 8 for the last 3 weeks. So if anybody's got any double
Of all the
batteries-
appeals that we've ever put out, this is possibly the most important.
I mean, how often do we use
I
that
have
clock?
no idea what time it is.
Yeah.
This is impossible to plan any sort of show.
Peter Taylor, you're a
Time
bad
like
lad.
that, yeah.
Yeah. Pete Taylor might end up getting blocked. if he keeps with
Lindsay
these.
doesn't actually know herself what the pork pie
No.
joke is anyway. So
Well, there you go.
Hey ho.
I think this is the first time we've had a guest who's drawn 2 raffles in the show.
Really?
I believe it will be. Yeah.
I'm honoured.
A privileged position.
Can I just say that is the Leyland Daft, that is.
It's similar.
I went on a ground tour the other week and it was missing, and there it is.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, so it's not the FA Cup. is it?
We'll
Winner
play.
is Lee Harwood.
Lee Harwood.
Lee Harwood?
Lee Harwood. that's
Wonderful,
right.
Lee Harwood, excellent stuff. Dennis has apparently nicked a battery out of Oliver's Xbox controller. You can have that one if you want.
There you go.
Oh dear me. Bonfire night and the football has to be the question. I'll start it with Eric Fire. Here we go. I agree with you, Paul. As it's bonfire night, anything to do with bonfire night,
puns?
or bonfire puns and footballers, anything to do with fireworks, footballers, fire.
Sprake and Foster.
I wanted the detective ones. I was going to say Inspector Horse,
Oh,
Horse. Yeah, horse.
but we'll go with fireworks.
I bet you've been thinking about that for that.
Yeah, for last hour, yeah.
Yeah. You've been quiet.
Jay says, get down
Penny
the
for
pound shop.
penny for the Guy Whittingham.
Oh, he's off. He's
Guy
off.
Whittingham.
For the man who doesn't like doing this, he's first in.
A few of the cobwebs got moved then.
Banger Brady.
Oh,
No, no. Why did you read that out?
No, that's Paul Gill's
That's
job.
Maureen that's done that as well.
Maureen?
Catherine Wheel.
Yeah,
I like that one. That's
and
very good.
Catherine Will. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
It's not like Maureen, this isn't.
Yeah, do you know what? That might be a block and report. That
She's usually quite
that's a
sensitive.
disgrace. I'm stunned. Absolutely stunned. Mrs. Brown, the pound shop's got that many batteries. They're selling them.
No,
That's money, isn't it?
Exactly. We have a very, very limited budget here.
You're not
In
kidding.
fact, it's less than...
You can't have a.
No.
What's a negative limited budget? Yeah.
I can see Nick is really thinking now. At the
I am
moment.
trying, yeah. I'm trying my
I can
best.
tell
Yeah.
what you're thinking.
Baked potato head Bruce. Michael Fawkes.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Very topical. Yeah.
It's a good one.
Guy Whittington.
A Worthington howitzer.
What?
I've no idea what that is. Why is that so funny?
I don't know.
Second door and stand well back.
Oh, no. What, sorry, did you say?
Check and doy and stand well
Oh,
back.
yeah. There is that. Oh, golly. Next besides it, honestly. You going to the Hall game Saturday?
Yes, season
Cracking.
tickets. So yeah, yeah, I'll be there.
Yes.
My bonfire is hotter than yours.
Ooh.
Hot side.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a clever one. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Or is it Jota?
Brian Gunpowder. Yeah,
Gunpowder.
I like that.
Nigel Sparkle.
Hey.
What?
I don't know.
Nigel Speckle.
I think it should have been Sparkler.
Oh,
don't know.
oh,
The Duke's bonfire.
Yeah.
Brilliant. That is just brilliant, Brett
Yeah.
Brett
Stanley.
Stanley
Well
might have won.
Well
that,
done.
yeah. For the record, Pennywood hated Guy Whittingham. You're gonna have to give a backstory there. What did Guy Whittingham do to you, Penny?
The old Villa connection or something.
Yeah, might just be
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Gary Sparkler.
Gary Sprakeler.
Sparkler.
Yeah, yeah.
That's our actor friend.
Keep all pets indoors.
Yeah.
Keep all pets in-
Yeah.
Oh, dear me.
Oh dear.
Pierre Emerick Alabama Bang from Paul Hipkiss. Yeah.
That's a flopper.
No, I'm not. I don't know why I'm. You know when you just read them and you think I'm not reading that out, and then you just go and read it out anyway. So
Yeah, when it's there, you just read it automatically.
yeah. Pennywood confirms it is the DVB
From the other
relation.
side.
Yeah,
It's from the other side.
Yes.
yeah, that's fair.
We'll all hate
No
it.
other reason.
Yes.
I do like that though. Keep all pets indoors.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to blow my nose. I'm going to have to go out of the room to blow my nose.
John
It's gonna be
Flasher news.
disgusting.
Flashing.
Flash.
John Flash new. Yeah, quite like it.
Am I having Flash for bonfire night?
Well, yeah, the Flash and Sparkle and
Okay, just about. Yeah,
Trying to think.
can't wait for Christmas, can you?
Duke's bonfire, I think, is the best one.
Jumping Jack Storer. I've got that one. About another
Jumping Jacks Magoma, yeah, Gregory. There's two ones
Yeah, I
there.
like that one.
By the way, it is 10 to 9.
10
It
to
is
9?
10 to 9.
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 Thank
10 to
you.
9.
Because you can't see the clock, can you?
No.
Well, it's 7:45 as far as we know.
Yes. We've been going 15
Ages.
minutes.
Isn't it funny how time stands still?
It's got to be quarter
Kenny
to eight
Burns.
somewhere.
Oh, yes,
Kenny
of course,
Burns.
Maureen. Well done.
Yeah.
Jisung Sparkler.
Roman Abramovich Candle. Who's written that one?
That's Richard Haylor.
Is that Richard?
Oh, Peter
Yeah.
Unglove. Peter Unglove.
Oh, Peter Unglove. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very good. I love this part of the show. Can I put an official request in that this part of the show gets postponed for next week when we have a serious guest on? Not that I'm saying Mark isn't a serious guest, but
I don't think we've ever had a serious guest.
no, not a. Apart from Richard, because he's a celebrity.
he's an actor.
Celebrity,
Richard.
yeah.
Oh, Florida Richard.
Yeah,
Florida was
exactly.
it?
Miami,
Yes,
Miami,
Richard.
yeah.
Miami actor
Yes.
Richard, yes.
Friend of the show, he was, wasn't he?
Big friend
Yes.
of the show.
Big friend of
Roman. Oh, he's written that one. That's right. Roman Abramovich Candle. Oh dear! Don't get the Peter Quagmire one, do you?
No.
Unless that is a maker firework that I'm unaware of.
Potentially.
Peter
Potentially.
Quagmire.
Yeah, Quagmire. No, I'm not getting that.
Not getting
No, can't do that one.
Sorry, Gregory.
No, can't do that one.
Campfire.
Campfire.
Camp. Yeah.
Oh,
No, West Midlands Police. But that's the point. We didn't do it for the West Midlands Police show, did we?
Do what?
the police.
This
Anything to do with police officers and
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh,
Yeah.
did
we
right.
did.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a right laugh.
You weren't
Oh, I
listening.
bet we had a right. I bet we had a right laugh.
It probably wasn't
Oh, it
listening.
was so funny. So funny. I forgot it happened.
Never return to a firework once it's been muzzy, is it? Don't get that one.
Once it's been lit,
Muzzy.
Is it?
He is lit.
Oh, yeah,
Clutching
yeah,
at
just
straws.
a little bit.
Kevin Kelly wants to know if Mark gets friend of the show vote.
I decided, yeah.
Oh, I hope so.
When was it?
Oh, go on.
Okay,
It's
friend of
Christmas.
the show.
It's not.
No,
it's
no,
no.
Christmas. Yeah,
Overruled 2-1.
we were so close.
You've come into the two biggest Grinches into the country. You bring up that word in here
This
in
is the
November.
This is the Christmas shop.
Yeah. Any mention of that word before December, and you're going to get
What
the
word?
shotgun. Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah. Spark Hughes.
Sparky Hughes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sparky.
Sparky, old Sparky, yeah.
The old Upson wheel. Upson wheel. No, it should be Catherine wheel.
No,
shouldn't
Catherine
it?
will, but Upson.
Unless there's a Catherine Upson that we don't know of that lives in Gregory.
Gregory must know
He's just making
all
up.
these firework brands, because I've no idea what all of these are.
It's got a shop on the corner.
Oh yeah.
And because you wanted it then for the last 8 minutes, we'll do the detectives now. The
Ooh.
detectives. We'll swap it
Yes.
over and do detectives.
Okay.
There you go. So
Inspector
While
Horse.
people are thinking of the detectives, did we make a decision on friend of the show?
yeah, no.
No, we haven't.
He mentioned the bad word.
I'm livid.
What word was that?
If you think I'm mentioning it, you've got another thing going. I only get.
It's the only I don't know what word I'm looking for.
Yeah, excitement,
No.
fun, involvement.
It's the only sound effect. It's the only sound effect
only
he's
got-
had ready all night, that shotgun, and you won't mention the word for him to use it.
No, I've
Steve
got
Portman
two.
wants to know if you can bring the shotgun to his house, like the camp paper, and stay out of goal.
Steve
I like this
Howies
one.
of
Howies
Parliament. Yeah,
yes,
that's not
very
bad.
good. That's very good.
However, we have moved on.
we have moved on. Yeah,
Unfortunately.
And Benji Smith is right. There have been some desperate ones.
Yeah, there have. You're right, Benji.
I'm just checking these sound effects. That one's rubbish.
Dempsey and Monk piece.
Dennis wants to know when my birthday is. My birthday is on the 25th of December, Dennis. That's when my birthday is, okay?
Is it really?
What day is
It
that?
is, yes.
It's really.
What day is that?
It's on a Monday, I think, isn't it?
Well, no, it's a Tuesday. I'm just
Is it
wondering.
Tuesday?
It's got
No,
a
it's a
special
Tuesday.
name, hasn't it? The
No, it
25th of
hasn't.
December.
Yeah, my birthday. My birthday. Damn! Kenny Burnside. I like that one. Very
Yeah.
Yeah.
good. Camera's
Sam
gone
Marsh
backwards.
has gone along yours.
Oh, yeah, the
Gary
camera's
Monk
gone
piece.
Yeah, Dempsey and Monk piece.
Your camera's gone backwards, Chris, apparently.
Clint Dempsey and Gary Monk piece.
Yeah.
Steve Scott.
Hey?
Glusolas Cloudshaw.
Yeah. Steve Clusolus.
Jazz McDonough. Oh dear.
See, now, if that was-
Inspector Horse.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Inspector Horse.
Blocked and reported. There's so many, yeah. I don't know how we're getting all these comments with all these people.
Oh,
that
thanks,
have got.
Paul Gill. It's called Boxing Day Eve.
Yeah.
Which will be forever known as in my house from here on. Golly, I can't read.
Colin Bow.
Colin Bow.
Colin Bow. That's come up a couple of times.
Montgomery and Sprake.
I don't know.
Am I Jesus in disguise? Well, I'll tell you what.
Stand Welbeck. I think that's on the firework theme. Stand Welbeck.
Oh, Stand Welbeck.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
Rather
That's
than
just the one
Welbeck.
right.
That's a
That
good
is
one.
it. Yeah. Hey,
Steve
tell you
Jobs.
what, who got that one?
Steve Jobs.
Steve
That's
Jobs.
good.
That
He
is
who
it.
invented Apple.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah.
We're not doing
Well
detectives
done.
then.
Yeah.
Not Randall Hopkins, deceased.
Yeah, Randall.
Hopkins,
Oh,
yeah, Randall Hopkins.
No wonder Mark was desperate to get the detectives one. He's had them all.
Yeah. No, that
No, rubbish.
No, I can use that one either.
Yeah.
Yes, Steve Portman has got it absolutely nailed on to the door. 25th of December, also known as
Yeah.
only one gift required.
Yeah, spot on.
Brilliant. Okay. So again then Saturday. Phew.
It was also. I was looking back today. It was the first win under Monk last season. Was Hull at home.
Was it?
3-0.
The
wasn't
3-0.
it?
Yeah, 3-0, yeah.
Was it the crazy snowstorm
Yes, and
at the start of the game? Remember?
Yes.
And Hotter scored 2 and Adams got 1. And that was the start of our revival last season, really. The first win under Monk, first win at home, and obviously we haven't lost at home since. So if we can keep that going, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, it
Another
would.
3 points on the board.
Yeah.
With and then you go into the international break with a bit of confidence and looking up towards the Villa game rather than being concerned about 2 poor results.
Looking at the Villa game, their running now is they've got quite a few decent meaty challenges.
They
coming up.
have.
They've got us, Forest.
Yeah, 'cause I saw-
Middlesbrough.
Yeah, Albion.
Albion.
They got Derby soon.
Derby's next
We saw Dean Smith on Saturday. We saw him in the car park pulling up. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
that's
there.
So he was doing a spying job. I would have
on
thought.
both teams then, yeah. It's next 2 opponents,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Perhaps he's looking at the blues fans, wondering what a song's like. What's the
Yeah.
song all about?
Yeah.
Relax.
And looking
and
on with
also-
envy at Gary Monk.
Yeah.
Also, something I mentioned in the opening notes is the amount of noise the Blues fans made.
That was
there.
amazing.
And
Yeah.
the guys from Derby that have come on Twitter and saying this is one hell of a set of supporters.
You know, every away
every
game,
derby,
or
yeah.
every most of the away game, they just
Yeah.
our fans. They just say they're the best we've seen all season.
Yeah.
We're not just saying that being biased, but
Yeah.
it's just what they actually say. They
But
just say,
I know, I certainly remember when St Andrews was the best place you could possibly go to, right?
Yeah.
And possibly what we've done now with those that are in Block 11, those that have gone down to Block 4, those that are in Block 39, it has split them all up.
Me in block 16.
Yeah, on your
in
own.
blocks.
Yeah, just jump on my own.
Do you jump up and down like a nutter
I'm moaning at everybody.
and everything? The weather, the pies,
Yeah.
Not queuing.
Fast
that's
play.
fast play
Yeah.
worked.
I wish I queued like everybody else. God's sake.
I think you should. For the cause.
Okay, got some more coming in. Maureen Minute, Miss Marpool.
Oh, good one.
Very good. Very
Some
good.
more in, that's good. One.
Adam Wilkes, Charlie's Lakins, Angels.
Angels.
Oh, yes,
Sort
I do
of,
like
yeah.
that. I do like that. Now you got Kelly's Heroes from Gregory.
Yeah.
Dylan and Collins. Gregory.
Yeah.
Benji says, could be our first loss at home. It won't be easy as the Baggies found out Saturday.
Don't say.
No, it won't be easy. No game in this championship. Is
No,
easy,
like
is it?
Mark said earlier,
absolutely not.
you can't guarantee yourself points against anybody.
No.
But can I actually say something?
But the one thing I would say, you've as much as you've got to be wary of every team. What I would say is that every team would fear coming to St Andrews at the moment. So Hull will look at it and go, okay, we've won at Bolton, we've beat Albion at home, but we've got a bloody tough game coming up on Saturday away at Blues. So
This moment in time, who do you think will be the top 2?
Do you know what?
What a
We've
good
tried this
question.
before in years gone by, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we've always said we've got to wait till after Christmas.
right now,
This
if,
moment-
if I had to put it now,
Middlesbrough. And
I would say Derby and West Brom.
I still think Albion will be right up there.
Yeah.
The firepower the Baggers have got.
Yeah, I think they've got.
You're
you've
bound
got
to do well, aren't you?
Rodriguez, Gale, Harvey Barnes, Matt Phillips.
Yeah.
You're going to score goals.
Yeah.
They're going through a tough patch at the moment.
They haven't won in the last 4.
Yeah,
they're on a bit of a blip, aren't they?
They're going through a tough patch, but I think if
right
you
up
ask
there.
me now to name the top 2, I think I will go.
Well,
those 2
they haven't had to sell a lot of players, have they?
No, exactly.
I mean, a few more games, they would have stayed up.
Yeah.
Paul Gill's gone for Leeds and Derby. Kev Kelly's asking, has the panel seen any signs of the thin squad showing? No. Not really. No.
I don't know if you could put the second half performance down to
A thin
everybody having to play again. I just think.
There's an element of that, I think.
Do you think?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think you'll start to pick up on that over
the winter.
Have you got the sound effect ready? We'll start to pick up on the thin squad over the busy Christmas period.
Oh, you know what? I weren't ready.
Boom.
Tell me when you. No, I'm not ready.
No. Yeah. Over the busy festive period, then, shall we say?
Thanks for doing that. You did know.
You're welcome.
You knew I'm doing something else. There we go.
There it is. Yeah. Yeah. So that's when we might start to see the thin squad effect, if you like.
You know what though? Even if we fall away and finish 12th, 4th,
Yeah.
13th, 14th, it's still been a great season.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
much progress.
Stephen Smith's going for Norwich and Derby. Benji Smith saying Sheffield United will be up there. I think Sharp, McGoldrick, etc. Although
Was Pathinka Forest anyone?
I'd hate to see Mark Duffy
Yeah.
go up. I can't see Forest doing it.
Obviously,
I
what you've got to think as well is what teams do in January.
Yeah.
You know, because if teams are up there in January, who's got the resources to go again and strengthen to make sure that they solidify? I think Derby could. I think Albion could.
Derby, Albion.
Yeah.
And just before we go, the most important announcement of the night is the FSF Awards are open for voting. That's Accessi Blues and Blues for All. Nominated in the Diversity Awards again this year. Yes. Good luck with that, chaps. Steve Portman, get in touch with him. He'll put you in touch with where to go and which page you do your voting on. But make sure you do vote and get the name of Birmingham City right up there. Alright, it's all at St Andrews on Saturday under the lights because it's getting dark early.
12 o'clock kickoffs will be under the lights soon.
What, sorry?
The 12 o'clock kickoff will be under the lights soon.
Will be.
Can I just say a quick hello to my son who should still be up. If he's doing
What do you mean he should still be on? And you should have done that at the start of the programme, shouldn't
Yes.
you? The poor child's probably got matchsticks under his eyes there. But Mum, he's
So
not said hello to me.
Sorry, Jacob. I'll see you. I'll be late when I get back. So I'll see you tomorrow in the morning.
Mark Adams, it's been a privilege having you on the
I've
Tilton
loved
Talk
every
Show.
second of it.
Mr. Fun,
Pleasure.
thanks ever so much for bringing such merriment and wonderfulness to the
That's what I do,
proceedings.
isn't it? Yeah, of course.
Mrs. Brown. And as for me, good night, guys. Take care, keep right on. Don't forget, make it loud, make it proud, make St Andrews that fortress on Saturday. We can do it, but we have to do it together.
Good night.
Good night.
Following the blues, we love